Welcome to Aging Gracefully. I want you to live and love life without regrets. And today I have a like-minded friend with me, Beth Thomas. Thank you for being here, Beth.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
So you are such an inspiration. We met just recently, and from the get-go, I thought, oh, this is a woman I love. I love your story. I love the way you set big goals. I love the way you understand your purpose here in life and how you try to motivate and inspire people to their greatness also. So thank you.
Very like-minded. It's wonderful to meet a new friend like that.
Yes. So please tell the viewers your story about when you turned 70. I think you tell me.
Yes, yes. So thank you so much. I love any opportunity, and you've given me one that's beautiful to just share my passion. So I have always believed that I can do anything, but I just don't know how. So the expression I have is I can't because I don't know how, and I will. So I did the Grand Canyon rim to rim, not having any idea how to do it, and just did it because I was committed to doing it. But when I was 70, I was having a massage, and I asked my massage therapist what he was training for. And he said, a sprint triathlon. I said, what is that? Well, what it is instead of the big Olympic size, it's shorter distances. So it wasn't going to be very difficult like a big triathlon that they have in the Olympics. And I still didn't know how to do it. So I went down back home, and I'm in Arizona, and I went back and I said to gym that I go to, I said, have you ever heard of a sprint triathlon? She said, heard of it? I've done a lot of them. I said, oh, would you train me? She said, sure. So I traded her a week of one of my timeshares. She went to Estes Park and she trained me. So it was perfect. And what I learned from doing it for my 70th on, and now I'm almost 79 and I'm about to do my 16th. So I've done them consistently every year, maybe one for sure, sometimes 2 or 3 a year. And what I got from it is that you have something to do every morning. You have something to get up for, because when you're training, you want to do 5 or 6 days in a row of either a little bike or a little walk or a little run or a little swim, whatever. And then you finish that, it's early in the morning, and you feel accomplished the whole day. And you can just keep going, knowing you've done your one big task that you had in mind for the day. It's fabulous. It's like just cheating your mind. It's like, I have so much to do. No, you did the number one thing first, and you're a winner from the rest of that day. It's just a fabulous feeling. And I thought as the time went on, I'm really fed up with this system that we have in our government as far as sick care. I call it sick care. And I want to have health care. I want to have self-care. I want to have prevention. I want to have dealing with the causes, not giving medication for the symptoms. So all of that led me to believe that in the big picture, what would be wonderful is just to alter all of those systems, to have our government doing programs that are, and our insurance companies that are paying for prevention, things like that. But I believe it begins with the individual. So anybody listening to this now, you're part of the 1% that I need to call what's critical mass. So when we reach critical mass, it means that enough people are saying, enough. I've had enough of my doctor telling me and I need blank, and I just went ahead and did it. That's how we were. Doctor said you need this. When we were little, we had all these mycins, and anytime we got a sniffle, we took a erythromycin or something like that. And so we want to say, maybe I'll get another opinion, or, I've heard there's something called these stem cells instead of having surgery on my knees, all those things. I'm not a medical person. I'm only a woman on a mission. That's all I am. But you've got to see that whatever it is you set your goals to be, you can do it, but it takes passion. It takes passion and commitment. So I love to do triathlons. And what I'd love more than anything is to people to take on that. And again, they're short. It's a 3 mile, so it's a 5K. Some years I've walked it. I haven't run it. It's 18 laps, usually about lengths of a pool, not laps, lengths of a pool. And the bike ride, that was more of a challenge because I hadn't ridden a bike for a long time, and it's 12 miles. But hey, find a friend who's a bike rider and say, hey, you want to be on a team with me? Because you can do teams. You can do 3 different people, 2 different people, or me. But whenever anybody asks me, how did you do? I always say the gold and only most of the time, I'm the only one in the age range. So men keep doing things like that well into their 80s and some 90s, but women don't usually. So I want to let you know that anything you think you might like to try, just say, I will do it. I don't know how, but I'm going to do it. And I don't know how I'm going to change the whole healthcare system in this country, but I'm going to do it. And I need your help and I need Catherine's help, and we can do it. We just need to say, I'm going to look and I'm going to do some research. I'm going to find out. I'm going to take care of myself a step at a time. Maybe give up soda. I know it's rash. I know that's a big thing to ask, but I was addicted to Diet Dr. Pepper. I've been there, done that.
Mhm.
It's all sugar, no sugar if we can cut that out. So I still fall off the wagon. I have coffee Haagen-Dazs. Oh, I love it. But then I say, Beth, you deserve that. You've been good all week. You had a little bit of ice cream. Get back in the game. You get thrown off a horse, get back in the saddle. So that's how I believe it is. And I'm exactly like Catherine. Let's take this on together. Let's empower each other. Let's take small steps. Let's find out what we need to take care of ourselves and others and move forward together. So that's
Maybe it's giving up soda. Maybe it's giving up sopa. Maybe it's giving up television.
yes. I have given up
Sometimes
television.
the small things make huge differences.
Yes, exactly. And the thing about television, because I did that a while back, you have a whole nother life when you give up television. I would hurry home to watch reruns of an HG reruns of a show I'd already seen. I got to get home. No, I was like a slave to it, you know? So any little step that you can take and decide for yourself which one you're going to do first. You know, we're not going to say, but as Andrew Weil says, the great integrative medicine doctor, he says, give up all colored drinks. You know, you shouldn't drink anything, you know, no, anything with sugar in it is bad.
Right. All right. So talk about the summit you're going to do, because I'm super excited about this. Tell me the details.
Yeah,
I know I'm going to have a little bit role there. And
yes, you're definitely going to be one of my experts. Yeah, we'll be probably 2 speakers a day. So it's not going to be long. They're each maybe 15 minutes each. So it'd be 30 minutes max. So it's not a long thing to watch, and you can watch it anytime at your convenience. But there are going to be all sorts of things on it. One of the key ones, of course, besides Catherine's, is a retired orthopedic surgeon who always believed that if someone needed surgery, if they needed a knee replacement, that was something that should be done right away. But he always looked for alternatives. Is there something I can devise that will help people not have to have surgery? And he's come up with a set of exercises, we're going to name them after him, that are for each joint. And if you do 5 minutes a day consistently, it's not like you can do it Monday, Wednesday, Friday, skip a week. No, this is daily, 5 minutes. But as Catherine reminded me today, we've been around a lot of years, and don't we have 5 minutes a day for this and 5 minutes a day for something else important that we decide to do? So 5 minutes a day, if it's an ankle, a knee, a hip, hands, whatever it is. And he's going to help people get in touch with these exercises. And he talks about, he has one client that couldn't walk upstairs, so did these exercises religiously and continues to do them, and now has the mobility to climb stairs. So you know how important that is, unless you planned ahead and got a 1-story house. If your bedroom is on the 2nd floor or whatever, or your sewing room, whatever. So it's just going to absolutely intensify the quality of people's lives, because I don't think there's a person on the planet who doesn't have a joint situation at one time or another that can use these. So things like that, things that limiting thoughts, inner child, all sorts of things on toxins. I never realized how we're just breathing it. You know, they bring some to light now. The pesticides is coming, not to use those, but even our bedding. We have a woman who has a marvelous shop that she has out in Sausalito that is how to redo your home, if you want to do the whole thing. But she's saying at least begin with the bed, because that's something that you're in for a third of your day, a third of your life. So things like that, but all different kinds of topics. And then you'll have a chance at the end of it to decide, well, gee, that's an awful lot to take on, Beth. And you'll be able to pick the things that you'd like to start with. And I agree, small steps lead to huge rewards. So Let's all walk on together. Yeah, the point is, it's not going to take a lot of time. People have all those little conversations that I don't have time to do it, or I don't have this, or it's going to cost me too much, or whatever their conversation is, that it can be overcome if you find out that there's something that you'd like to do. I don't do more than 30 minutes when I'm training for a triathlon. I don't do more than 30 minutes. And usually it's different every day. So it's a little, like I said, a little swim or a little bike and a walk or a run. Some years over time, I was very sick one year. I had bronchitis. And so I was very weak, and I went, I'm going to Minneapolis for the nationals. And I did it. And in the nationals, there were 11 people signed up. 8 showed up, and I came in 7th. So I felt pretty good about that. But there were only 11 people in the whole country that signed up for that age group. So that's pretty amazing.
And you are amazing.
Well, no, I tell, it's beat Bobby Flay in the food industry. So I have a thing called beat Beth. I would love to get beaten. I would love to get beaten, because it meant more people were out doing it. And that's what I want. I want people to just do something that'll bring them joy and happiness. And that's what it's all about. Our one and only life. Let's live it fully.
So I think that pretty much answers the question I always end with. What is the secret to aging gracefully?
Oh, the secret to aging gracefully is to allow yourself, give yourself permission to just be you, be yourself, and take on yourself. Say, I'm me, and I'm important, and I'm worth it, and I can do it. And get up and say, I can do it. Whatever it is, walk to the mailbox. I don't care what it is. I can do it.
Love it. And I love your energy, everything about you. Hopefully we get everybody to this summit, learn some new things. This is great. Thank you so much for all you do, Beth.
Thank you for all you do. We're definitely connected. Thank you so much.